Alright, we're going to continue with dogfight position. I'm specifically going to look at limp arm finish. Okay, so here we see Imami got put into dogfight. Limp arms, and gets his score. Alright, so it's in a dogfight now. Still going to see similar things. Legs straddled, hips low. Okay. Opponent has a pretty good bite on his overhook. Alright. So we can see he's trying to put all the pressure down he can. His head's even on the mat here. Alright. Now, when he goes to hip in again, okay. Here's where the limp arm becomes effective. Imami is going to swing his head out and almost turn his body away perpendicular to his opponent. So his opponent's spine is essentially facing this way. Imami is going to turn his spine almost that direction. So he swings his head out. So here we can see they're making like an L or a T shape. And as he does this, when he goes to limp arm, you have to turn your palm up to the ceiling. And if you don't, you're not going to be able to get the rotation to slide your arm out of the overhook. All right. The other thing he does, and it's hard to see in this clip, is he typically takes his hand close to his back pocket-ish. So as he goes, he's going to swim his arm down and out, following his head. And comes out and then back around. Alright, so that's a finish option in here. Pretty effective one, especially with a guy that's really committed to putting weight on their overhook. Here's another angle. So hits a leg attack, ends up getting put in a body lock, ends up dogfight. Right here, again, normal dogfight position. We see legs straddled, hips low, hand up to head. Our partner's really trying to put weight down Imami's shoulder. All right, it's going to be pretty hard to start to shift the guy's weight. He's got a strong post here, and his shoulder is rotated toward the mat. All right. So here he starts to get some height. Now, here we see Imami's hand swing from his head down and around toward his hip, and then out the overhook space. So we see his hand is swinging down, all right, with his arm up. It's difficult just to pull your arm straight back and out because your elbow's in the way, and then your hand's going to be in the way, and he's got a good bite on his overhook. When he rotates his hand this direction, his arm essentially becomes a slide where there's really not anything for the guy's overhook to catch as he pulls it out. And here we see the kind of perpendicular L shape that's made as Imami swings his head away when he limp arms. Guy falls to his face because there's a big release in pressure here. All right, so lots of pressure down on overhook. As soon as it limps out, big release in pressure. Opponent hits his face, land on top. Simple 2 points. This one's really similar to the last one, kind of in that feet, quad pod, height position. All right, we're gonna see right here Yazdani does similar things. Again, it's going to be palm up before he limp arms. Right there. All right. So we see him rotate his hand up. And again, it's going to swing out. And we'll see the opponent kind of fall into this space. Not as much as the last clip, but still falls that direction. See his head swing this way as he limp arms. Hand goes out and over. Last little variation here, it's essentially all the same. This time Imami just shelves his leg on the outside. Shelves his leg. This helps kind of shift weight across when you're trying to crowd finish. Alright, but instead he's going to limp arm, control his leg, and then get into a quad pod position where he can look to work for his takedown. Alright, so there we see him scoop, leg up. Now this makes it pretty difficult to use your hip as the overhook wrestler once you got that leg shelved. As they continue to wrestle in this position, opponent still trying to put weight down through his overhook. Imami seems to be struggling, shifting the guy's weight. Guy gets post out to the side. And then here, we're going to see him transition into his limp arm. All right, so his hand swings down toward his back pocket, and then it's going to fly through, and then up and over, through, up and over. I mean, the biggest keys for getting your arm to slip out, palm faces up, and then your hand swings at least in line with your shoulder and elbow, if not below. Here he goes way below, and then again, everything swings out and then back in.